Hello everyone. Welcome to the 3 Up Moon live stream. We are going to continue our playthrough of EarthBound, the randomizer run in Ancient Cave mode. If you haven't seen the stream and you're just joining for the first time, my name's Matt. I'm a drummer, an ambient musician, and a gamer from Vancouver Island. Just started the stream yesterday, and our very first RPG playthrough is EarthBound. We're about halfway through the playthrough. And basically, we're playing the game in a condensed, randomized form, where there's 8 levels, in the form of a labyrinth with 8 different bosses. And we just beat the 4th boss, or I believe the 3rd boss. So now we're on to the 4th level of the labyrinth, and we're going to continue where we left off. So just 1 second here. I'll give you the game and bring some audio in there. Sweet. You can actually check out the other 2 parts of the stream on twitch.tv/3up_moon. Let me just connect my controller here. And if you haven't been watching the previous parts, basically all the enemies, each room, and every entrance have been randomized, as well as the main character sprites. And the items that I'm going to find along the way. So, just to do a quick recap, I'm okay with fighting these enemies here. We came from this direction, I believe, because we just defeated the 3rd boss. Yeah. So we haven't explored that room yet. And I'll head down here. Yeah, that's a skip cave. We don't want to go ahead and use that. The last part we accidentally used a skip cave, and I just want to go through the progression of the dungeon naturally instead of skipping ahead. Also, let me just check something here. Let's check where our characters are at. So 3 Up is level 27, 23 for Duck, 24 for Rock, and 25 for Peppy. In the last part, 3 Up was dangerously low leveled, but we were able to grind the character up to the same level as the other characters. So let's see. Great music. That's a item. Great charm. I don't think what we have now is... Yeah, we've got Crystal Charm and Travel Charm. Peppy can't equip anything because if you do equip anything to Peppy, then their offense, defense will just go to 0. So they actually are stronger without equipment. Let's go down this way. Yeah, another skip cave. So there's lots of opportunities for you to skip ahead when you're playing the Ancient Cave randomizer, and it can be applied to Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6, which I might play through one of those eventually. Okay. Yeah, we did go down here, didn't we? That's another skip cave, so... I love that EarthBound has that feature where if you're strong enough and you encounter a weak enemy, it's not even going to take you to the battle screen. It's just going to save you time, and it's going to give you the experience. Whenever you see that green spiral, it means that you can you have a 100% chance of running away if you do enter a battle, or you're overpowered, and it won't take you to one. The only other RPG that I know of from the Super Nintendo era that does that is Chrono Trigger. Let's just go ahead. Yeah, just standard damage will take out the transparent snake. Okay, let's see. Got an item here. Backstage pass. We've already been through the venue to see Runaway 5 in the last part, so we don't need that. I'm just going to toss it, actually. got Ness over here. He's the healer for this hospital room. Now let's go north. Oh yeah, all the sprites here are randomized. So it looks like you got Mega Man and Peppy and a camel in these little things. You can talk to them, or yeah, weird. Nice. I love this music. Oh, this chair is actually just a swapped out sprite for an ATM, isn't it? Oh no, that's a different room then. Weird. You should know better. What the heck? Weird. Oh, this is the entrance to the dinosaur museum, which we've already been into. Yeah, it's really interesting to do ancient cave mode because usually in games the visuals are what you're using for landmarks, remembering your path as you explore in RPGs. But the aesthetics of each room are changing constantly, so you have to kind of build your own map in your head. Yeah, this is some great music. That EarthBound dub, that's great. Nice. IQ capsule, sweet. I think I can just check and see whose IQ. We've got 22 for 3-up, 17 for Duck, 25 for Rock, and then for Peppy it's 24. So we'll give that to Duck if we can. Nice. Mr. Baseball Bat, which I think we have a stronger weapon than that, and then Rest Promoter. I can't remember what that's for. Let's see. Quickly rusts metallic enemies when used during battle. The enemy will take about 200 points of damage. That's good to hold on to. Did we come this way? I can't remember now. Nope. Oh wow. Oh, this will heal us, actually. This is the northern part of Mr. Saturn Village. You enjoyed the hot springs immensely. It made you feel reborn. Nice. Yeah, and now we're all full. Oh, we're not actually full. Interesting. Yeah, Peppy's got 231. Yeah, I'm gonna just do something here. Just gonna heal Duck and Peppy. And this takes us to the desert. This is part of the storyline that has been tossed out, but this event still happens, I think. It looks like Peppy's leaving the party, but he's not. Cool. So we've got a shop. I'm gonna sell these coins. Yeah, these are all worth some decent amounts here. Okay, let's see what else. Oh. I think I'm gonna buy a multi-bottle rocket. This is good to have just for dangerous boss fights. Give that to Rock. He can use it in battle. And I'll pick up a couple secret herbs. I unfortunately wasted the last one I had, but they're really good for if a party member gets knocked out. They're basically a phoenix down. I'm also gonna heal Rock's Sunstroke. And I think that's pretty good. Okay, perfect. Oh yeah, this guy gives you the key to open the tower here. This is cool. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry for leaving you with that crazy music. Just had to go sneeze and I didn't want to do that on camera. Alright, let's kick back into this. This isn't good. How did I get the ghost affliction? Oh. Let's just load back here. Let's kick back to where we're at here. Let me just refresh as well. I'm balancing a few different devices here, so let's just avoid the boss fights and explore this desert area and also heal that sunstroke. If you're just joining, you'll notice this is definitely not Ness, Paula, Jeff, and Pooh. It randomizes the character sprites. So we've got a Pumpkinhead, Duck, we've got Mega Man, and the Flying Man from Magicant, I believe. Hopefully these guys don't inflict that same. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and use side drums, and we'll do sci-fire, and we'll just attack with the other two. Cool. Nice. Awesome. Try to avoid these fights if we can. Yeah, there's the tower. Let's go in here. Oh wait, can we come back? Yeah, I think we can. Let's go. Let's heal. Nope. See, interesting. The sunstroke animation happens on the party, but it doesn't look like anyone actually has it. Oh, there we go. Peppy does. That's why. I just caught the animation before the actual status ailment happened. So let's heal Peppy of sunstroke. If you haven't played EarthBound before, sunstroke acts very similarly to poison in Pokemon or Final Fantasy. No, I think we need to go. We need to physically use the key. Oh, we didn't get the key. That's my mistake. Yeah. This guy gives you the key. I'm not sure if it was the dungeon man, but there's a strange looking tower to the northwest. Nice. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's not a butterfly. That was an enemy. Oh, I guess it's both. Nice. When you touch the magic butterfly, the party relaxes and then they heal their PP, which is good. Okay, here we go. Let's use the key to the tower. Now this is a door. Huh. Interesting. Oh wow, we have been here before, but that's not the way that we... Very weird. Okay, well let's save. And let's... yeah, let's use the full heal as well. The goodnight bench. Now all the sprites in this game are swapped, so the bench looks different every time you encounter one, but I just know from the original game that there's one here. So let's heal and let's withdraw money from the ATM. Hilariously, it's a person. Yeah, there's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Nice. Yeah, and everyone let me know if there's any issues with audio, like if you need to hear more of the game or less of the game. Let's go to the left here. We've definitely explored this area before. No, it's a skip cave. Weird. So it must have just sent me back. The tower must have just sent me back here because... Yeah. Very, very strange. So we've been here before. It seems like us using the key to the tower just sent us back one entire level of the... we're now on level 3 again. So we need to trace our steps. Retrace our steps. And head back to level 4. That's kind of a shame. It does happen... It can happen multiple times in a playthrough where you'll be sent back. Oh, it's a dead end, isn't it? I remember this. We gotta go north. Oops. Nice. Great music. Basically every single room has great music. It's awesome. Very atmospheric. A lot of the atmospheric ambient tracks in this game remind me of Super Metroid. And when I was younger, I had Metroid 2 for Game Boy, and it was epic. It didn't have any color. It was all black and white, but the immersion in the game, just from the soundtrack alone being like experimental noise and ambience, it was completely different for a Game Boy game. Like everything was melody based, and that was more texture based, which is pretty sweet. Let's try to go about here. If I'm not mistaken, yeah. And there's a sanctuary spot in this direction. Perhaps? Nope. Well, hopefully we're not lost, but that can happen. Okay. The pizza place is what led us to the last boss. So let's just do that. Yep. There was a boss here on this screen that we already defeated in the sewers. Okay. Yeah, so up at the base of this ladder, we fought a boss here. I want to say this was the second boss, and that led us to the third level. And then this is going to lead us to a sanctuary spot. Yeah, okay. Cool. So we'll take the full heal. This is where we collected one of the melodies. Take a little coffee break. Very nice. So is the audio coming through? Been having some issues earlier today with the audio, so. Okay, so this is level 3. Pretty sure I can be very certain that this is level 3. I spent some time watching some speedruns of Ancient Cave Mode on YouTube of people playing Ancient Cave Mode for EarthBound. It's actually pretty entertaining. It's interesting to see just how different it can be every run. I feel like this is the one. Oh yeah, that's what led us there, but that... Oh, I can't remember. So this is... Yeah. Music changes. We have got a lot of coinage now, so we could check out the shop again. No. Not that one. Let's buy a snake bag. You can use that in battle. They're pretty cool. Royal iced tea, refreshing herb. Yeah, let's buy a deluxe fry pan, because I think we just have thick fry pan for a duck right now. That's gonna boost their attack like crazy. Yep, no, not too much, but still. Yeah, let's buy the teddy bear as well. That did a lot of good when we first started in the game. We had a teddy bear. You'll now notice it's following us. It will take damage in the middle of battle for you, so kind of acts, if you're familiar with Pokemon, it kind of acts like a substitute, like the move substitute. It's pretty useful when you're facing bosses. Okay. I think this will take us where we need to go. Right? This was a skip too. That's what really screwed us over. Okay, we can't go this way because that skips us ahead. At this earlier in I think the second stream, for this cave run, there was an iron pencil statue right here, and we used the pencil eraser to erase it. It essentially acts like a skip cave. In the original game, you could give items to, or in Ancient Cave mode, I think specifically, you can give items to monkeys and they will move out of the way and allow you to teleport between levels in the labyrinth. Well, we accidentally did that. So, as part of the backtracking, we just don't want to go up that way. No, see, this is... Okay. Backtrack where you need it to be. We just need to go somewhere else through that desert village. This is not the way. This is not the way. Here. No, not there. Okay. Let's go up here. So here you are. You're the little delinquent that came back from Giant Step. Now you listen here. Don't enter means do not enter. This has got to be left over from the original story. Yeah. Nice. Okay. This is getting familiar territory. This was a boss fight. Yep. Here we were. Okay, we got there. This right here. Here, this was the third boss, which means that past it should be the fourth level of the dungeon. Let's just check this out first. Yeah, I remember this. Okay, perfect. So I think we've been able to successfully backtrack. You know, just 30 minutes into the stream, no big deal. Sheesh. Okay. We can probably take these guys on before one of these purple dinosaurs was taking us out super easy. Yeah, nice. We're strong enough. Now that we've leveled 3 up to level 27, we're doing pretty good. Okay. Yeah. So this is the 4th level. I remember. And this is where we were at, was up here. Totally forget where the other skip was. There was another statue that we erased by mistake. It was in a big open field that They kind of reminded me of the open battlefields that they have in Dragon Ball Z games. Just like open cliffs, or like the one opening area of Secret of Mana, the rolling plains and cliffs. Yeah, let's go through to Stonehenge actually, because if we stand in the middle of Stonehenge here, we'll actually really, there's like only one real world reference in EarthBound. Okay. These are the healers. What's up here? Oh, definitely something for sure. What's through here? We've been in that room. And I also have a suspicious feeling that we've been here too. Yeah, so this is the area I was talking about. Yeah, it looks like Planet Namek or something because it's got purple water and stuff. We did open a shortcut here. We just have to remember what it was and not go in that direction. Nice. Nice. Okay. We should be able to pinpoint where that other pencil statue was, because it'll be in a spot where only one character at a time can get through. This wasn't there. Something like that. Yeah, we've already explored this whole area. Yeah, I remember going up this way. Not up there. Let's do this. This music is so tense. It wasn't there. Yeah, we went. Oh. We haven't gotten that item yet, so let's go. Let's just go do it. Let's attack this guy. Duckberry, yeah, exactly. Nice. Yeah, whenever you encounter the mad gentle fowl, the duck, he's got basically Johnny B. Good as his battle music. Should be good to take this guy out. Yeah. Having much better luck with my run here than my earlier in the day Super Mario Randomizer runs. Today was definitely an RPG day. Ooh, there is an Auto Star Master. I've never seen this before. What does this item do? Actually, what's the snake bag say here? During battle, a snake pops out of the bag and bites the enemy. There are thousands of small snakes living in the bag, so you should be able to use it over and over again. I think that's an item that got translated into Mother 3, and is part of the reason that Lucas in Super Smash Bros. Brawl and Onward uses a snake to latch onto the ledge and pull himself up. I think it's a reference there. That's cool. So Auto Star Master realizes the next level of size Starstorm. Oh. Use? Oh, cool. So we must... Peppy just learned Starstorm. What's that all about? Oh, we have to go to status. Yeah. The method of shaking off the stars, which Peppy learned in his training. It deals about 360 points of damage to each enemy. Cool. Oh wow, its alpha stage is... Oh, it costs 24 PP. Is just as strong as the beta stage of Freeze and Thunder. Crazy. That's cool. I've never seen that item in EarthBound before. It's fun of randomizers. You can get you can randomize Pokemon and start with a Master Ball, or start with a Mewtwo and find a Master Ball in the first route. Oh, I feel like there is a very... It wouldn't have been there. There's a very specific spot that we opened up that I just want to determine where it is so that we can not make that mistake. Let's move down here and come back around. Dun, 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 dun. Should be an instant battle. Nice. So right now I can't engage in the chat, but I can see the chat. I'm just looking at my tablet. So if anyone's trying to say anything, or if there's any audio issues, just let me know and I can see there. Ooh. Yes. So I think this is the area. It's got to be. It's right here. It was right here. Perfect. So we do not want to go down here. Oh look, it's Vine Sauce again. Whoa, destroy the teddy bear in one shot. That's crazy. That's wild. We're gonna have to buy another one. 3,261 experience. That's awesome. We got a defense ribbon. Wonder if that's better than red ribbon that Duck is wearing right now. Let's see. Nice. Yeah, so 3-up is level 28. Duck is level 24. 25 for Rock. 26 for Peppy. Sweet. Let's see. Nice. It's a boost. Oh, it could have been here too that opened up. It's definitely this path though. Yeah. Oh, cool. So if this is just a dead end, I'm totally cool with that. With us not going down there and just, if we can now just backtrack and just leave this area and continue on in the labyrinth, I'm super cool with that. Yeah, let's just do that. There's no other entrances here that won't be a skip ahead to the next stage, so I'm still pretty sure that we're on the 4th level. Again, I think I mentioned it in the last stream, but it would be an awesome quality of life update if we could pause, and in the top corner it would let you know what level you're on of the labyrinth. Very similarly to the Mario 64 randomizer, the first versions of the Mario 64 randomizer they were essentially really difficult to track your stars because they weren't numbered, so you wouldn't know which star you're going for. But the newest versions of the randomizer now number the stars, so you know exactly which ones, especially for speedrunning purposes, you know exactly which ones you've already got and which ones you should be going for. That would be an awesome update for this randomizer. And I believe you can also go to earthbound.app to get this done yourself. If you want to randomize a run and play along, then that's the way to do it. Obviously, playing the original Earthbound is, if you haven't played that, you should definitely give it a shot. Interesting. Okay, so let's go back through here and try to get some forward progression going. just 1 second here. See, and I know we hadn't fully explored this area, so let's just give it a shot. I know we haven't gone up this road, but we have traveled to the left here, I believe. Hold on a second. That is a fresh egg that is hatched into a chick. I'm gonna use the chick to... Yeah, it goes away. Cool. It flees. Cool, so there's a couple places that we haven't. I believe we've been left, but let's go through this door. Okay. Yeah, we haven't gone this way, so this is forward progression. Hard hat. Is that better than Holmes' hat? Nice. And what do we got for everyone else? The defense ribbon, Holmes' hat. Yeah. And then Peppy's not going to benefit from any... Peppy won't benefit from any equipped... any extra equipment or anything like that. That's probably better for volume. Sorry if there's been any volume issues. Just gonna try and get as far as we can tonight. Got a lot of RPGs that I'd like to run through on the stream, so Breath of Fire 2 being one of them. I love that game. Got a lot of really cool mechanics built in that are things that are kind of no-brainers now in like modern games, but were first introduced in Breath of Fire 2. Ooh. Little cult maze. These are the people from Happy Valley who are obsessed with the color blue. We haven't been through here yet. Nice. Silver bracelet. Is that better than the copper one? We sold one earlier. Yeah, it is. I just have to sell the copper one. We got silver one and Pixie's bracelet's better than copper. Okay, cool. Nice. I'm very excited to also, this reminds me of Pokemon Tower and Lavender Town, so I'm excited to do some Pokemon Nuzlocke runs as well. Yes, so this is definitely, even though it says there's no response when you talk to this passed out dude, this is definitely an ATM. Yeah, that's funny. Nice. Wow, no, thank you. But I will save. One person requested a shampoo and cut. They must have thought that a bad hair day could be treated at the hospital. Oh, this is the hospital room. Cool. Okay, so we know that's a dead end. A lot of ancient cave mode is just exploration and determining what is a dead end, what you haven't explored yet, and backtracking. So if you're into like collectathon games like Banjo-Kazooie or doing like really crazy quests in Final Fantasy 4 and 5, you would probably like this style of gameplay. Oh, despawned all those grizzlies. We can walk through these enemies fairly quickly and easily. I think we have been through this area before. Yeah, that's the daycare, which was also a dead end, if I'm not mistaken, but let's see. Oh, we've been through here before. Yeah. Okay, so this is the last boss that we fought. Was here. This is where we started. And we backtracked from here just to determine that. So this should be level 5. Let's there's a couple of unexplored pathways this way, so went through there. Okay. I think we've... Yep, that's what I thought. And we've been through every door here. Yeah. This is a monkey with a difference, right? Did you find a flame pendant? Oh no, you don't have to answer. Oh. Oh yeah, that's where we got the fresh egg to begin with. I'm just gonna toss it. We don't need this. What about up here? What about up here? Oh yes. That was Apple Kid. Okay, so that's where we're continuing from. No, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, it is this way. What? Am I just... What is happening? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yep, we went that way. Where did that fully lead us? Did that wrap us around? Yeah, that wrapped us around. That's going to lead us to that other section of the desert area, and then we took the key to the tower, which sent us way back. That was the whole situation here, so we're just going to head back, avoid that route completely. There was no other entrances in that desert area, so, or doorways. There's a skip cave. Don't need that. Yeah, this is not the way. Do you know the way? This is not the way. No, no, no. this guy. You're much stronger than our intelligence indicated. We were not prepared for that eventuality. The prophecy from the Apple of Enlightenment may be true, but you must not underestimate us. Mini-boss? Very possible. Pockmarked kid. So this is just recolored Pokey Sprite. Let's use freeze. Let's go for multi-bottle rocket. And I don't want to use that one yet. Let's use freeze. Whoa, holy. Hopefully we can take him out before he takes everyone out. Yes. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Multi-bottle rocket is what saved the day. That must have been like a super overpowered boss, because we got 117,000 experience. That's insane. I've never seen that in any Earthbound battle. What the hell? Oh yeah, we're going level 31, 32, 33. Holy. It's a 7-level jump or 6-level jump. Yeah, that's insane. Level 35. Wow. It's a shame the other two didn't get the experience. Nice. Yes. When you defeat... Ah, it was Starman. When you defeated the Starman DX, the Stonehenge base ceased function. Cool. So that's left over from the original game. I have 2 secret herbs, thankfully. So I'm going to give one to... Oh, yeah, I have to give it to Rock. And then now Rock can use them because he's conscious. Yeah. Nice. And we'll bring Duck back to life as well. Ah, much better. Cool. Awesome. That's crazy. I'm digging the music right now as soon as he defeated the Starman. That was a wild boss fight. I'm gonna try and heal everyone as much as I can. Let's heal Peppy. Yeah, 285. That's insane. He's a tank. He's like the Snorlax of the group. I'll heal myself. And he'll die. Quite incensey in our room right now. My partner's doing an interpretive incense dance, which is hilarious. Oh my god, I wish I could turn the camera right now. That's all I'm gonna say. And then we're gonna heal Rock as well. Nice. Cool. Can I do anything with this? Nope. He's just in there. Okay. Nice. That's a crazy random boss fight. Did not expect that, but we are beefed up in levels. Let's see right now. So 28 for 3-up. Didn't get any experience. 24 for 3-up. 33 and 35. Holy. That's insane. I've never seen 117,000 experience from one battle. Yeah, it's a shame. I can't see... I'm really trying to get used to this. I can't see the chat, and I wish I could see the chat. Oh, thanks Bloon Gang and Stegosaurus McCartney for the latest follows. Just noticed that. Thank you. appreciate the support. If you're just tuning in, we're playing Ancient Cave Randomizer of EarthBound. Don't need that skip cave. And if you want to support the channel and you like what you see, you can become a patron on Patreon. It's patreon.com/3upmoon. Here's the return of Duckberry. And the benefit of becoming a patron is you get access to some exclusive 3Up Moon merch, and you'll get some bonus content videos as well. Plus, I'll be putting up some polls for members of Patreon who subscribe, and they'll have the option to choose which games I'm playing. We'll be doing a few sort of polls like that. That was our entrance. That was our entrance point, wasn't it? Yeah. You can also support the channel just by following on Twitch. If you can't financially, you can totally just follow on twitch.tv/3up_moon. Or you can do PayPal donations, one-time donations, directly to 3upmoonget@gmail.com. Yeah, we've been through there. Where did that take us? Yeah, skip cave. So there's a few skip cave entrances here. Yeah, exactly. It's funny. Just trying to be thorough. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Ooh, the angry face. Is that it? The only places we can go? No way. Yeah, that's a skip cave. Weird. Oh, I guess no, because we haven't explored all of Summers yet. But then how did we get past that boss? That's confusing. That is very confusing. It's weird. This duck looks more like Jerry Lee Lewis than Chuck Berry. If they're gonna make a rock and roll reference. Rock and roll. Okay, how about this? Yeah. Yeah, we have to backtrack again, but in a different way. Because there are only a few entrances. I'm going to try this one more time. I know this is probably annoying to watch because we're just going over and over. Yes, exactly. Great balls of fried chicken. That's funny. Oh, because I beat that guy, these people are all freed, including the camel. I think I should dig somewhere else. Sorry about everything, let's be buddies. Since our imprisonment is now over, I want to start on the phase to start as soon as possible. Weird. Oh yeah, because we beat the boss in... Interesting. So the boss battles are still tied to the rooms in those in those specific dungeons. They're not really interesting dungeons at all. I guess we gotta go this way. You don't even have $12? I don't want to just keep going on loops, but sometimes this can happen with Ancient Cave randomizers. Okay, let's keep this going. Dun, 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 boom, boom, boom. Let's see where this takes us. I don't think I've been here. No, we were here. We haven't been here. Yeah, we haven't been here. Let's go back 1 sec. Just want to backtrack through that blue room. And take an opportunity to have some coffee. Finish my cold coffee. Start my hot coffee. Yeah, oh yeah. I'll just go back and let's just chill and listen to it for a little bit. Totally should be sampled. I mean, super sampleable for hip hop or some sort of like reggae dub. Especially the bass line. Ultra dub. Right? I know, right? It's so good. I love the main melody on it too as well. It's like Augustus Pablo, King Tubby meets super cool. Definitely have a safety meeting. Had him before the stream, so hence probably why there's some confusion. This is some good. This is a classic. From noon to soon. Super cool. Nice. Is it just you watching, Daryl, or is Nicolette also watching? Ooh, I'm just gonna say hot springs. Oh yeah. Let's heal up. Nice. Right on. Awesome. Yeah, this is great. I'm really glad to be able to nice. I'm really glad to be able to get this stream going. Just to be able to hang with friends and invite people to basically just hang out while I play games. It's you know, it's a great opportunity to build some tight-knit community with these streams, and that's what I'm looking for. It's unfortunate that COVID has really changed the state of the world in terms of especially in terms of gathering, but for event promoters, live musicians, live performers, concert promoters, sound technicians, like infinite groups of people that have been affected by this, but specifically music is something that we really need in times like this. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but things like this make it all a little better when we can just, you know, find something that we love, that we can share with other people, and yeah, just fostering community. That's the best thing we can do. All of us can do, you know, in the limited ways that we can. So definitely do not want to go through that tower. We fully backtracked, so let's just keep going. That was our mistake last time. So we're gonna put that over here. Nice. Okay, let's explore. This is great music as well. Before we explore this area. Another huge inspirational track for me as an ambient musician. Great minimal textural work here. Yeah. Whoa. What's this guy want? I like the atmosphere in this restaurant. They have good food too. Not sure this is a restaurant, but alright. You do you. Okay. Oh, nice. This is the shop, and this room is the shop from the Saturn Village. Let's see what we can pick up. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Great charm is better than what Rock is wearing, so let's do that. Let's replace the travel charm. It's by 1. That's okay. Alright. And I think what, Trick Yo-Yo? I might buy 2. I'm gonna buy 1 for Rock and 1 for Duck, because they are better weapons than we've currently got. It's gonna replace, yeah, that's great. It replaces Duck's deluxe frying pan. It sucks now. I wish I wish that the Duck was still using a frying pan, just because that image, the imagery of a duck using a frying pan as a weapon is pretty hilarious. Coin of Slumber, Trick Yo-Yo for Rock. This is gonna replace the zip gun. Nice. Yeah, that's worth it. Oh, this guy sells and buys stuff too. What does he have? T-Rex's bat, defense ribbon. Yeah, exactly. That would be great. That would be so funny. He uses the duck using the frying pan to attack an enemy, and then when it needs to heal, just putting it over top of some fire and sitting in the frying pan. Although, counterintuitively, that would probably heal another party member. There's nothing I really need here. I don't like using the coins. I don't know why. I just never equip them. So, let's just save. Let's go back in there and save. Oh, can't you? There we go. I knew you could. There we go. Save. Alright. This is where we came in from, right? This is the double door from the main room. Yeah. This guy is gonna give me some money, I think. We just gotta bug him. What? So what? Huh? Pardon? Jeez. You're annoying. Dang me. Yeah. Ha ha ha. Hey you. Later days, pal. Ha ha ha. It's so hot today. It rocks. Is it cold today? Oh ho ho. See ya. Here, get yourself a juice or something. Nice. He just gives you $50, and then no, he just says the same thing over and over. That's left over from the story mode. There's a boss right here. That's awesome. Nice. Before I encounter this boss, I'm actually gonna use save states to my advantage here. Oh, nice. Sky creature. I might be wrong, but that might actually be a water creature. Just gonna go ahead and take a random shot at it. Nice. Oh, Nice. The sky creature returned to the dust of the earth. So it's a sky, water, and ground creature? Whoa. Okay, just to my advantage, I want to find out what freaking level we're on. So I'm going to save it and talk to him. The 4th. Okay. So this whole time we've been on the 3rd. Earlier in the cave, back then, we beat the 3rd boss. Beating this will take us to level 5. Now we know for sure. I'm not going to fight this boss yet, though. I just want to do some extra exploration. But now we know 100%. Thankfully. Nice. Oh yeah, cool. Another sanctuary spot. These sprites are all randomized. That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, normally these sprites are not that. So we've got, what do we have here? Some characters' faces. We've got a ghost of poo. We've got some Z's, some electric bolts, a boulder, and a speech bubble. That's funny. Different every time you randomize it. Three Up caught a whiff of pasta, but just for a second. Three Up Soundstone recorded the melody of the rainy circle. Nice. For anyone wondering, that's also how I play speedruns as well. Really slowly, and I enjoy the music as much as I can. Nice. I'll give that bomb to... I'm gonna give that to Rock, because he's usually the one doing the in-battle item thing. The game audio's going okay? I know I keep asking, but... it's not too low. Cool. Alright. I just wanted to make sure we fully explored that. Now let's go take on the boss. So you never know what you can find. Oi. Oh, look at these guys. What's going on here? I can run away because that was a green spiral. I'm gonna do it. Yep. Anytime there's a green spiral to start off the battle, and it still takes you into a battle, then you have a 100% chance of running away. Something I had no idea about until I started playing Ancient Cave mode. But playing this game as a kid, I never put that 2 and 2 together. I mean, back when this came out, there was no internet wasn't a thing, so it was essentially you just heard about how to beat certain bosses, or heard about game strategies like in the schoolyard or in Nintendo Power magazines or PlayStation magazines, and that's basically it. If the manual said something about it, then great. If not, then tough luck. But there's lots of stuff that we've been discovering about Super Nintendo games since then. There's that big Nintendo leak as well with all the prototype information for Super Mario World and stuff. Okay, so this is a boss with a couple enemies. I'm digging the music. Wow, Peppy's got HP of 300. This is awesome. So who do we got? We got 2 sloppy coffees. Oh. Gotta have a sip. And we got a final flower. Final flower 7. let's side drums it. I'm going to use attacks that will hit everybody. I'm going to try to use fire. Let's use the bomb in the middle, and let's Starstorm it. It was used on us and almost took out everybody when Pokey used it, so nice. Epic attack. That'll do it. That'll do. Oh. Nice. Awesome. Love this battle background as well. This is really trippy. 13,000 experience. All right. Yeah, really cool. So a lot of the battle backgrounds are all really trippy in this game, but in the randomizer we've color shifted everything. You can also randomize the palettes of the maps as well, but it becomes an eyesore. But yeah, I really do like the randomization of the color shifting, as well as some of the graphics randomized as well. So officially now we're entering level 5. For Brick Road, this area here, we're now on level 5. We are going to find a lot of really good items. Let's see, I don't think that... Let's just toss some stuff. I'm going to drop the ruler, we don't need it. I'm going to give the snake bag to Rock, because I feel like he will more than likely use it in battle, and then Saturn Ribbon I'm going to give to Duck. Is that better than what we have now? Let's see. Yeah, oh yeah, infinitely. Adding 50 defense? Definitely. I don't know what the heck that vocal sample is. However, if you look into it, there's some articles online that will go into depth about what songs have been sampled to create the EarthBound soundtrack. There's definitely some Beatles, some All You Need Is Love, some Strawberry Fields Forever. There's definitely some Beatles samples used in the soundtrack of this game. Worth looking up. Hint, nudge, nudge, Daryl. Okay, we've got Speed Capsule. So let's see who has the lowest speed. It's Duck. Duck doesn't have great stats, so we've had to give most of the capsules to Duck. But we'll do that same thing here. Nice. Oh. The Sullied Hobo. Nice. Just get some experience here. Oh, this is E Mystical Asp. That's a different. Nice. It's a different enemy than we've encountered before. Just explore these nooks and crannies. I don't want to miss any items. Oh, nice. This guy looks cool. Shiny something. And I like this backdrop as well. Good contrast. let's... Oh, we have side drums too. I'll save that if we have to hit multiple enemies. That's cool. Let's use the snake bag. Nice. I think that's one of the enemies you can only use psi attacks on. If you use in-game battle items or melee attacks, then you're not gonna do too much damage. It looks like Ness is dead or passed out there, but he is actually a good night bench, which can heal us, and we don't necessarily need it. Let's fight all these battles because we're gonna need experience. Yeah, let's side drums. Thunder, and then attack him. Nice. Not bad at all. One more. Awesome. $4,400. Cool. Yeah, let's just heal. Definitely gonna stream for a while longer here. Try and push through and get as much of the game done as possible. There's an item. Rabbit's foot. What's that all about? Rabbit's foot must be equipped on your body. Protects you from paralysis attacks. Increases your speed in a big way. Let's. Can we give this to Peppy? Or is he still gonna... Yeah, wow, it lowers his defense like crazy. So there's no sense in doing that. Oh. I have to physically unequip it. There we go. Yeah, so we went this way. Going up is the direction we haven't gone in yet. Nice. Hey, Michelle, do you want to close that door? Thanks. Okay. Another one of these guys. Nice. Oh. I'm getting some glitchiness going on. There we go. I want this item here. got a skip sandwich, but we're already moving as fast as we can in the game. Up's the only way to go. Up is the new up. Is the new up. Yeah. This is the way. Do we know the way? Yes, we know the way. We have been here before. I have a feeling this is going to take us to an item that we already opened. Yep. Interesting. Interesting. This can get very maze-like. Hold on a second. Is that truly the only other entrance? Yeah. Wow. Okay. If anyone watching this not live and is watching this as an archive stream and knows anybody that you think you would enjoy this content, feel free to share the link, share the video. You can share twitch.tv/3up_moon. Yeah, I'm just trying to get more people aware of the channel, and we're going to be doing all sorts of different playthroughs. Not just randomizers, not just RPGs. We'll play some procedurally generated roguelike games that I've got on Steam. We're going to play some sim games. It should be fun. Nice. Nice. I'm not sure if we've been this way, but I feel like this is familiar because we may have accidentally taken that skip earlier. Is this gonna take us? It'll be so funny if this takes us to where I think it's gonna take us. It totally is. Oh no, that's so funny. Yeah. We've been in here before. Nice. What is this all about? What village is this? What is happening? Ultimate Grumpy Viper. Nice. I want to see Poochie Fudd, the manager, right through this door, please. There is no door. There is no spoon. There is no door. What's this guy got to say? Psst, 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 psst. Hey. Duck is right here. What are you talking about? What's in here? It's definitely an ATM, but it's just hilarious. Imagine walking into a room and there's just a person. She's just like in that. That's ridiculous. I'll take some money out while I'm here anyways. Just in case there's a shop. Yep. Okay. Just a plain old cow. It's a mole, but okay. Things ahead of time. That's a healer. Yeah, I think we've explored this before. So that's a skip as well. Interesting. If we were to use the backstage pass to get in through that door, that would have skipped us ahead to this level. Oh, very cool background. Elusive Weevil. Let me heal myself. Nice. That's where he came through. Yep, definitely have been here before. Yep. I'm just not sure if we fully explored everything. This is funny. Just a random street light. What's this gonna be? Oh, that's... Just auto battle this one. Nice. Oh. Mystical doll and anime stone man. That's ridiculous. Okay, let's... Got this beatnik soundtrack as well. That's funny. Let's try it. Let's see if this takes them out. Yes. Wish we could recruit Anime Stone Man to the party. It's just too funny. Okay, what's this get? Not an enemy? Cool. Hey, welcome to the two new folks that just joined the stream. We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas. That's funny. If you're just joining, I'm doing a randomizer playthrough of EarthBound, known as Mother 2 in Japan. It's one of my favorite Japanese RPGs. I'm playing it in condensed form, which essentially created an 8-level labyrinth for me. And every, obviously the sprites are randomized, but everything's randomized, including the entrances, as you can see there. Bosses, enemies, gift boxes, all the treasure chests that you can find throughout the dungeon. All that stuff's randomized. The door is locked. Apparently not a door. Yeah, see, it's just gonna bounce you around through every screen in EarthBound, but every time you play, it's different. It's really fun. It's a really cool way to rediscover it. I'm gonna try to just cover ground here and make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't mind doing these battles either. Also, everything, the battle backdrops, the enemy palettes, the names, it's all shuffled around. Nice. Cool. Nice, level 35. Okay. Just want to make sure we thoroughly checked out Happy Happy Village. So this is the place we want to go for progression. Is that tiny house? Welcome. Our paradise exists beneath that hole. Well, it's just going to take us somewhere random, but we haven't explored this yet, so. Nice. Yeah, you enter a cave and then it's somebody's house. Yeah, this is actually supposed to be Ness's sister in the game. It's actually the first, typically if you play this in the proper context, like this is technically the first screen that you would, or the second or third screen you would see. And there's always an item here. Nice, a vial of serum. What does that do? T-Rex's bat isn't better than what I have, is it? No. The Magic Hand bat is top of the line right now. We'll just have to find a shop and sell it. I will drop this though. A lot of that inventory management is part of the whole thing. Let's see. This is the best thing to take when you get poisoned. Okay. Good to know, good to know. Keep exploring. Hey, thanks, Funner Northwest for following the channel. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Nice. If you're just joining in, you can catch the first two parts of this stream archived on twitch.tv/3up_moon. If you want to support the channel, you can follow on Twitch. You can also support the channel directly via PayPal with one-time donations to 3upmoonget@gmail.com, or you can become a member of Patreon. And there's some really sweet bonuses, including exclusive merch and bonus content, as well as some interactivity with the streams available for patron members only. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Okay, so we've been there before. We've been to that town. I think we've hit every single entrance in this, in the Happy Happy Village. I'm just gonna do one more quick check. These guys can be tricky. They can actually inflict Ghost, which is essentially like your character being unconscious. You can't attack, you can't do pretty much anything, so let's try Starstorm and just finish the battle. If the thunder doesn't take them out. Bit of overkill, but that's... Those guys can be pretty dangerous, even though they're not high level in terms of HP, but they can really having Ghost Affliction is not gonna help you. Yeah, we've been there. Okay, cool. So we've explored the entirety of Happy Happy Village. So let's forward progress. We skipped ahead here because of a previous skip. So we have been here before, but out of order. Nice. Okay, here's our forward progression. Oh, hopefully this is another one of the orange tunnels. Yeah, it is. It's a shorter one. Good. The ancient Egyptian hotel sandwich sign. That's hilarious. Can I interact with this? Sorry. What? Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. Interesting. This space will be 100 euros. Oh, okay. So interesting. The music changed. It's not an enemy. Very weird. Definitely some haunted shit going on over here. Okay, let's just leave this room. That's an ATM machine, even though it looks like a zombie. So let's just check it. Yeah. These little rooms are ATM rooms attached to hotels in the vanilla version of the game. That's why I love Ancient Cave. It shuffles everything around. Okay. Let's just skip this. Hey John, it's I think EarthBound was originally released in 1994, but yeah, very close, early 90s. You can tell through the technology, the data technology that they reference. But at the time, it was a crazy game. There was no other RPG that was so entrenched in Western culture, and I think that that's part of the like cult appeal over here, and part of the reason why Mother 3 is one of the most sought after games to actually be localized over here, because Mother 3 was just released on Game Boy Advance, but just in Japan. There are fan translations, but really fun game. The sequel to this has a really unique battle system. The music is just as good, but the battle system is synced up with music, so you can actually do critical attacks or smash attacks by playing the battle in rhythm with the music and pressing buttons in rhythm with the music, which is pretty sweet. Cool way to evolve the just the unique battle system that they had in this game. So we're in this like weird realm now where these orbs are doors, and our sprites turn into robots, but now we're back to our four characters: the Pumpkinhead, Duck, Mega Man, and Flying Man. However, you will notice that if we go up ladders, that most of the original sprites get reverted. We're in the north part of the Saturn Village right now, which we have not been able to access until just now. But we've explored the spring up here, and we've explored south, all the little villages. So. So let's go through here. Yeah, the music's great in this game. Like stuff like this, the hospital music is just like epic. Really good, like classic dub. Don't need to be examined. I will heal myself though, ironically in the hospital. Just walk into the doctor's office and then just cast a healing spell on yourself and look him straight in the eye. I don't need you. So good. Okay, let's heal a rock. Let's see where we're at health-wise. So I can heal 3 up. I can heal Peppy. And then one more. Heal myself. Cool. That's funny. Alright. Now we're into backtracking mode. I'm excited to play, to try and play Final Fantasy IV with the Ancient Cave mode attached, or the Ancient Cave mode on, because it's one of my favorite games as well, but it totally behaves differently than EarthBound does. But having to map the pathways as you play this game differently in your head and having to backtrack is very fun. Well, maybe not for everyone, but for me, I enjoy it. That's great. I was mentioning earlier, John, that the soundtrack to this contains a lot of samples. I think that's why it has such a unique feel to it. Samples that were compressed down to fit onto the Super Nintendo chip. And I'm not sure they were able to clear the samples, so it's interesting. You should look into it. There's some articles online that give you the history of it as well as what they've sampled. Yeah. Oh, this guy is a healer, I think. I'm Dr. Saturn. Yeah. He heals us from all status ailments, I believe, for free. So that's good. Earlier in the first 2 levels of the dungeon, in this run, we came across like 5 or 6 free heal opportunities. If you get a lot of those happening in the early stages, there's a high chance that you're not going to find any healing rooms, hospitals, doctors, or sanctuary spots in the end of the game, which is not good because that's when the bosses get really, really intense. We haven't explored that yet, but there's one more door here, I believe. I just don't want to go too far down. No, I guess there isn't. Always worth double checking just to see. Nice. Awesome. Interestingly enough, we haven't come across any areas from Onett, the very first town of the game, except for Ness's room, Ness's house, Pokey's house downstairs, and Ness's sister's room. But nothing outside, and it's a fairly big area in the game. So that might be an end game series of locations for us. Which is pretty funny to just kind of end off where you start in the original story. We should have some decent battles here to get some experience. Usually this is filled with enemies. Carrot key. What is that for again? Vial of serum is for poison. I'm gonna drop this because this doesn't do much. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that too. And Holmes hat. I could sell this stuff, but as we're walking around, our dad in-game is saving money for us in the ATM, so it's not 100% necessary to sell it. I just want to get some clear inventory space. Yeah, okay. Carrot key. A special type of bunny's favorite carrot. Okay, so that must have to do with the story. Must be like a side quest. A lot of the side quests have been removed or made null in favor of skip caves, where you encounter a character, you trade an item, or you use an item like a pencil eraser, or backstage pass, and you can skip ahead to another level. Yeah, totally. That's not the way to go. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna pause it. I return. Oh, sorry. Okay. So yeah, we are on the 5th level of the 8-level dungeon. We never know when we're gonna encounter a boss fight. Could be in a room. Oh, there we go. Now, if you're used to playing vanilla EarthBound, you'll notice that the text is moving quite fast in the battles here. The rollback health system in EarthBound, for example, if you take 50 points of damage, you don't lose all 50 right away, like in Final Fantasy, Dragon Warrior, or any other RPG. It slowly will roll back that HP and deal it to you one at a time. If you go ahead and play Ancient Cave mode yourself, there's an option to have a quality of life enhancement called ludicrous speed, and if you use ludicrous speed for your text, you actually have like a 75 or 85% chance more of being able to like heal yourself before you hit 0. So adding that hack really gives you more strategy, more strategic options for battle. It looks like we've got a boss battle here, so let's just quickly just take a look at our health before we enter this battle. I wish there was a way that we could heal psychic points. I think we can in battle if we pray, if we have the character Peppy pray. But in terms of health, we're doing okay. Let's do it. Let's go for it. 5th sanctuary location. Cool. So we beat this, and then we go on to level 6. So we're almost there. Yeah, totally. Ooh. Who's this guy? Deluxe Trash. Deluxe Trash. Let's use freeze. Let's use a snake bag. Down, down. And let's pray to see if we can heal some of our PP. The psychic points, we really need them for future boss battles. Nice. Oh, jeez. Yeah, so you can see now Peppy took a mortal hit, but it rolled down slow enough that we were able to heal Peppy back to full health. So you can do some interesting strategies. This is definitely not how fast the text moves in the original game. So hopefully we can beat this guy. It doesn't look too intimidating, but I think, oh yeah, he's taking people out pretty quickly. Hopefully heal. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop auto fight. Just wanted to make sure we healed. Okay, let's use drum. Let's use thunder. Let's attack, and let's go for Starstorm. Let's just try and overkill this guy. Nice. Perfect. It's like an ultimate attack. Nice. Getting some good levels. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I recently just watched, if you're, Daryl, you're talking about Life Stinks by Mel Brooks. I recently just watched that, like, I say recently, but like in the last several years, but I had no idea it existed. And I remember growing up, I used to just watch tons of Mel Brooks stuff. I used to like sit down and have Mel Brooks marathons, but never knew about it. It's a good one. There's also don't even know the name of it now, but there's one that parodies Hitchcock films that's quite good. I think it parodies Vertigo. I know this is totally unrelated to EarthBound, but it's really good. I'm a big fan of Max Brooks, his son, as well, and he wrote World War Z as well as the Zombie Survival Guide. And one of my ultimate wishes before Mel Brooks passes away would be if the two of them could work together on something, and Mel Brooks could do a satirical zombie movie, because he's never gone in that direction. But Max Brooks is like, I don't know, he feels really super serious, and he doesn't make films himself, but it'd be a really fun opportunity for him to collab with his dad. I think that'd be great. But High Anxiety is the one that I also just recently found out existed. It's a Mel Brooks film that from 1977 that parodies Vertigo, the Hitchcock film. It's great. It's a fun one. Cool. Nice. So we are now officially on the 6th level. This dude using binoculars to look at the dog. That's funny. It's right there too. This bear won't attack you. All right. It's not a bear, but oh, it's been a long time. Okay. Great music. Oh, this is a cave hospital, it looks like. Yeah. Yeah, this is just a healing thing. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Oh, this guy will let me pass. Interesting. Because I think we're supposed to come in from this direction, buy a ticket from her in the original game, and then give it to him, and he'll move out of the way. Cool. So we came through there. Oh, we've already visited Giant Step, but this is just the lower area. Speaking of Onett, okay, before we go through there, I'm gonna attack these guys. Just get some experience. Hostile Caterpillar, Sloppy Coffee, gotta take that sip. And Meadow Black. Cool. Let's use side drums. In the beginning of the game, it'll ask you what your favorite thing is, and whatever you put in will actually be the name of that attack. Let's use the fire. Let's mirror the hostile caterpillar. And yeah, let's pray to try and get some of that PP heal. Nice. Awesome. Good experience to get. Yeah, I'll fight these guys too. This sign. I love that EarthBound always had obscure enemies. Actually, I always felt that Dragon Warrior games had obscure enemies as well. Really like Akira Toriyama's art style, especially in Chrono Trigger and Dragon Warrior. Oh, this guy is this is the inside of Dr. Andonat's laboratory from the original game, but this guy will sell us some stuff. So let's see what we got. The multi-bottle rocket was very useful last time. I think I might buy a couple of them. They're quite expensive, but there's enough here, so I'm gonna get 2 for a rock. And is he fully healed? I'm not sure. he just has low HP. Yeah, he just has low HP. That's okay. This is a healing machine. Yep, like a hyperbolic time chamber from Dragon Ball Z. That's funny. Yeah, Hostile Caterpillar would be a hilarious early 60s dance song. Like the hot potato. The all that and the chicken wing. Orange. Oh, this is just a swap spray. Yeah. Cool. Oh, we could have saved. I'm gonna go back and save. This isn't calling our dad. It's the other, I think. Oh, what? What? Yeah, there we go. Nice. Save that and continue on. Okay, we're gonna have a few options here. No. Nice. Just gotta check every door we can. Kid shouldn't be drinking espresso. Spicy jerky. It's just healing, right? Oh wow, 250 HP, that's cool. Good to hold on to. Let's just toss this Pixie's bracelet. It's gonna be a couple items in this area. And normally there's more enemies. But not from what I'm seeing here. Refreshing herb. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, 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 bum, bum. Watch for falling materials. Oh, this is one of those photographer moments. Totally sounds like the WB Frog. Actually, my last job was working at a record store, and I met a customer who was one of the animators for the Michigan Frog, Warner Brothers Frog cartoons. Not the original ones, but in late 80s and early 90s, they had done 2 or 3 newer ones. And he was involved in that, and that was really cool. We actually got to talking because there was an album cover for a band called Rabbit, W-R-A-B-I-T, that was some Canadian, like, new wave, cheesy pop band that hired Chuck Jones to do the album artwork, and the only other album artwork that Chuck Jones had worked on was Leon Redbone on the tracks, which features the Warner Brother Frog. Just a little tidbit of info. That's cool. I grew up loving those cartoons. So. Yeah. I'm on a WB. I gotcha. I feel ya. That's funny. That's good. Bottle of DX water is it's a good psychic point healing item. What's this? Yes. See? Normally there's enemies here. Not strong ones apparently though. Ooh, gutsy bat. Toss this. Gave it to the wrong person. Let's see, bat. Let's use. Yeah, nice. So it's stronger than the magic hand bat. We just got 20 more attack. That's awesome. Awesome. Another ATM. Okay. Yep, let's take out all of this. Oh. Did I just... Yeah. Totally thought that was a 3. Okay. Alright, is that really just like we went through all of that just for an ATM at the end? Really? Well, you can't control where it's going to take you in these ancient cave randomizers, so. Oh, sorry. Nice. This is hilarious. It's Ness, but he's just like sliding around on his butt. If you've seen the South Park episode, it looks like he's Taylor Swifting. Oh, okay. I think, yeah. We definitely skipped ahead here to this area as well. This room's being remodeled. Well, I'm coming from it, so I don't know about that. Unless Ness is the one doing the remodeling with his butt. What's in here? The tame animals have become wild. Something evil is going on. Interesting. And the wild animals have become tame? I'm very punctual about time and careful with money. I don't look like it, though. If I try to get away, my body will just fall apart. It's because I'm a zombie. Ooh. That sucks for you. So you're just stuck behind that desk. Let's save. Cool. Let's take on these enemies. Oh, displeased sprout. He does not look pleased. Awesome. Non-salty bomb and ill-mannered pest. We've definitely taken on these two enemies before together, so we can do this. Sorry. Interesting. I'm still in the 6th level. properly got to the 6th level this time. It's not about, yeah, I've talked to this guy before. This time we didn't do any skips, so that's all I'm trying to do. I want to progress through it properly. Yeah, so we've done this. We've been here before. But incorrectly, we're here. Okay, let's, yeah, this is a boss that we took on that we could not, that we were not strong enough. We were not even close to strong enough. They knocked us out in the 2nd stream yesterday. Okay, there's a couple unexplored pathways back here before we head on to take them. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, totally. I was gonna say, like, as a drummer, I know that Daryl, who's in the stream right now and watching, is an amazing guitarist, and you're gonna derive like a lot of inspiration from this music. As a drummer, I got so much inspiration from it. I mean, there's a lot of like tribal, jungle-esque sort of polyrhythms going on. Really fun to drum along to. And if you, if anyone watching decides to support the channel via Patreon and you become a Patreon member, you'll actually get access to some exclusive 3 Up Moon merch as well as some videos of me drumming along to these songs. But yeah, definitely formative. All the ambient tracks are very inspirational as well for me. So this is the Foreside Hospital. We don't need to do anything here. Let's behind the desk here. Yeah, we've been here before as well. Ah, sweet. We haven't been here though. Just discovered another nostalgic melody, one of the other sanctuary spots. Three Up had a short vision of seeing his mother when he was young, or when she was young. Three Up's sound stone recorded the melody of the pink cloud. This is hilarious. Normally there's not enemies here, but there's this like a hostile caterpillar and nice. No, that's an enemy, yeah. Nice. A little coffee. Fight that coffee, drink that coffee. Nice. Yeah, Peppy's super beefed up right now. I mean, 306 HP. Same with 3-Up. Like, that's pretty epic for this state of the game. Every time you do these Ancient Cave randomizer runs, it's completely different how you're gonna, like you'll see here. Like, you're not necessarily gonna be at 200 HP. Sometimes Ness, or the character that's randomized in Ness's slot, is only gonna have like 110, or might have rocks HP right now. So it's a total gamble every time. But we're doing pretty good. We got a good run. I'm just gonna make sure that this is actually recorded in the sound stone here. So we're on the 6th level of a randomized Ancient Cave labyrinth. We're just backtracking on the 6th level just to make sure that we've explored everything. And then we're going to take on the 6th boss, who last stream totally destroyed us because we skipped ahead way earlier than we were prepared for. Yeah, definitely we've been here before. But now we're supposed to be here. Cool. And if you caught the stream earlier today, I was streaming Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, 3, and Super Mario World randomized. I used the same randomization seed just to just for fun, just a casual stream. It was not going well though. We were our luck was not as good as it is with this run here. So sometimes you have good Mario days, and sometimes you have bad Mario days. It's all about finding that Mario Zen, the balance between overthinking and not thinking at all. Nice. Gonna have to do some healing right now. Just quickly. Get some life ups going for rock and 3 up. Actually, I might as well use some of these. Not those, but Peppy's got some items here. Oh, you can't eat the king banana. Nice. Yeah, let's use some of these items up. We've got a popsicle. We'll give that to Rock. Yeah. Cool. I think everybody is at full HP. Yeah. Keep it going. Keep it going. I'm feeling it. If you're feeling it, if you're liking the content in the channel, feel free to follow. Click that follow button. Twitch.tv/3up_moon. You can also support the channel via Patreon or PayPal. I will be updating my schedule as well and letting people know what I'm going to be playing next. We did try some Switch streaming earlier, and I got to do some tweaks on some of the preferences just to get rid of some of the lag. But yeah, I'm having a good time playing EarthBound. Hopefully you're enjoying the content, whether you're watching this live or you're watching it on an archive. Yeah, so this is exactly where we skipped ahead. Aha, and it all comes together. Let's get some of this experience. No sense in not taking it. So what I thought it was. Level 30, level 33, level 37, level 40. Yeah, and you just got the third stage of Psy Freeze. That's awesome. Yeah, if you're watching and you know anyone that would enjoy this content too, feel free to just share the link around. Really appreciate it. Just trying to get more people aware of the channel. Despite the fact that we just started yesterday, we're doing pretty good. And I do plan on streaming pretty much every day. I know that seems crazy, but daily, I'd like to give it a shot. If you are still awake and not in the Pacific time zone, but in the Eastern time zone, thanks for sticking around and watching. Nope. Nope. Here we go. I believe this is the way to the boss. Nope. Maybe not. It's so funny. I passed it, didn't I? I did pass it. I totally passed it. No. What am I doing? Just looping. This is crazy. Speaking of looping, I think there was a Lupin the Third movie that just came out recently, or was supposed to come out in, oh god, cannot remember. Supposed to come out in 2019, I believe, or it was delayed. Oh my god. Am I just on an ever-flowing loop? Or am I going the right way? Yeah, I'm going the right way. Okay. Wow. Nice. Let's do this. I think we can take him on now. Like, definitely, if one of our characters is level 40, we should be okay. Yeah, defeat these alien skeletons. Nice. 36, 34. Nice, and we got the third stage of fire for Duck. Alright, let's make sure we're fully healed before we dive into this. Gotta heal 3 up. That's it. Let's use these items Peppy's got on him. So, bag of fries. And bag of fries. There we go. Okay. And let's take it on. We are taking on the 6th level boss. This guy destroyed us earlier in the last stream. We have been training, and getting experience, so let's do this. I remember this guy. Okay. Let's try and be smart about this whole thing. Let's just bash him. Let's use Psy-Freeze. Let's use multi-bottle rocket. That was very useful last boss battle. And yeah, Starstorm. Let's try an overkill. Yeah. If it wasn't for that Clefairy you picked up in Mount Moon, then we wouldn't be able to do this. That's awesome. I'm glad that we were just able to destroy him there. Having PK Starstorm is quite useful. I know that's I think it's a final smash in for Ness or Lucas in Super Smash, but I did not know that was I've never got it in the game before. At least not in a randomizer. Lucky sandwich. What does that do? Give this to... Oh, we have Kraken soup. Wow, we got a lot of stuff going on here. What's that do? Oh, sorry, very expensive, but a sizable power boost is guaranteed. Use it to 3-up. Did I just waste that? It's possible. It's very possible I wasted that. What's down here first? Chili snake. Easy. Cranky Starman. Let's use side drums beta for this. Let's try and mirror this Starman and use Starstorm. Seems like the right call. They should do some decent damage. Nice. Yeah, that's an epic attack. Oh, this is the same room that we were in. Just the bottom section of it. Nice. Non-salty bomb, flatulent warning, and forgetful memory. Let's do this. Yes. Oh no. It's doing residual damage from the explosion. Not good. Whew. Glad that ended quickly. Yeah. Totally. Yeah, the Starman totally looks like Ringo Starr's Goodnight Vienna album is referencing, I believe it's what's his name? Is it Klaatu, or is that just what he says? The day the earth stood still. I feel like the Starman design in the Starman design in EarthBound is definitely heavily inspired by the alien robot from The Day the Earth Stood Still, the 1951 version. What's the character's name? Is it Klaatu? Yeah, the alien. Klaatu. Klaatu. It's referenced in stuff like Evil Dead, all sorts of stuff. Osmosis Jones. That's hilarious. But yeah, it's definitely inspired, for sure. That, like, clean metallic look. It's pretty cool. Cool, there's an item up here. There's an item up here. What does the Mr. Saturn coin do? I don't really equip the coins usually, but let's go Lucky Sandwiches also for that. Back down here. There we go. Yep, we explored this area. Hey, watch it. No. I pressed the wrong thing. There we go. Let's take that cup of coffee for 3 up. Take a sip. Nice. Give myself a full heal. We have not explored. I think it's Foreside. We have not explored this area yet. Monotoli. The organic sloth. Nice. Nice. Decent amount of experience. I gotta sneeze again. I'm just gonna I'll be right back. Your turn. Cool. So, another thing is we haven't encountered or an entrance that will take us to the all-net library. And that's where, in the original game, you get a copy of a map. And then any town you visit, you can view that town's map. Unfortunately, we haven't encountered that yet, so... If you don't know the layout of the area you're in, specifically a town, it's going to become infinitely more difficult to just to track things. Nice, lots of experience. It's all about the healing. We're taking a lot of damage right now. Let's use spicy jerky on Rock. Okay. Let's check out the theater. Oh, nice. It just takes us to another place in that same town. Let's go back. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at this. Hostile caterpillar walking on water. Little Jesus caterpillar. Nice. A little quick defeat. Quick in defeat, quick into hands. Yeah, that's an enemy too. I know. You get your turn too. Totally became the owner, this department store began to have strange happenings. Interesting. Cool, the bakery will take us somewhere. Again, not as cool as the actual bakery in the town I live in. I'm not talking about a real bakery, I'm talking about a place where music is made. And jams are had by all. Shout out to Shane Ranger and the Bakery Boys. I guess the Doughboys. I'll showcase some of the Doughboys music on the stream here. I'll reach out to them. And then more people will get the bakery reference. Bring my voice up in the mix. Bring my voice up in the mix. Better? I want to save up some money and go to Summers or somewhere else to relax, which we didn't explore all of Summers. I don't want to go back that far, to be honest. Ooh, gold bracelet. Who has it? Yeah, sure. Nice. I'll give it to Duck. Still quiet? Oh, I see. That's better. There we go. Sorry, I turned up the wrong thing. And I call myself an audio engineer. That better? Cool, awesome. Sorry about that. Plucky lizard. Nice little Jesus lizard as well. A lot of enemies spawning on the water. Let's just get this good experience. Yep, you too. Take them out, take them out. Give me the experience, give me the experience. Oh, got our claw 2 again. Now, earlier when I was streaming Mario Maker 2, Daryl, you noticed that there was some lag. Are you noticing any lag at all in this stream? Was there any moment where there was just lag in general between the audio and video? Or oh yeah, Clat 2 is a great band. They're named after the same movie, same film. The Day the Earth Stood Still. Not the 2008 remake, the weird Keanu Reeves one, but the 1951 sci-fi film. There goes our rock. Shoot. Oh, heal, 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 heal. We've got ludicrous speed, so... Come on, come on. Yes. Cool, and we were able to heal. Well, are the animations smooth, do you notice? Like this, for example. This background, this battle background, is that smooth? Do you feel like you're losing some frames in that animation? Cool. Yeah, see, I think the lag I was experiencing earlier was directly due to the fact that I had my wireless switch. Yeah, basically this. That's sending a signal to my switch, which is then connected to my capture card, which is connected to my laptop. And just like audio signal degradation, the same thing's happening. There's just a little bit of milliseconds of delay. So with Switch stuff, I'm gonna just have to look a little more into the... Oh, look at this enemy party over here. I'm just gonna have to look a little more into the specifics. I mean, just starting yesterday, so... Oh, we... Let's give protein drink to Rock. Oh. Let's use the bottle of water on 3-up to heal psychic points. Let's give the boiled egg to 3-up, and let's use the rust promoter. Didn't we have the rust promoter? Okay. I'll just use Starstorm. Nice. Oh yeah. Come on, I want all these guys to attack me at once. I don't want one-on-one battles. Organic sloth and decomposing tent. I guess a person's face could be referred to as a decomposing tent. I don't get it. Yo, I totally suck at Super Monkey Ball. I would love to stream it, but it would just be me fail. It would be like earlier today's stream, but way worse. It would just be me failing time after time after time. I couldn't do it. Great game, but yeah, no. Yeah. Well, it was really fun. We used to play it a lot. Suspicious guardian, crybaby sergeant. Yeah. Let's see if we'll get some healing going. We auto fight. This is probably a bad idea, actually. Okay, let's go back to healing. Heal yourself. Dun, 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 na, na, na. Yeah, the thing, basically. That's funny. It's like the anime stone golem that we encountered earlier. There is a guy that has a food item, isn't there? Or do we just not have any more? Bag of fries. Give that to Rock. Okay. Okay. Fully healed. Still exploring Monotoli. Lots of enemies here. Nothing wrong with that, though. Nice. Awesome. Hey, welcome to the new member of the stream. I'm Matt. If you're just tuning in, I am on the 6th level of a labyrinthian randomized dungeon in EarthBound. Basically randomizing EarthBound completely. The enemies, the sprites, everything. We just defeated the 5th boss, so now we're on the 6th level. And you'll notice that we're just exploring the town of Monotoli, but if once we go through a door, you'll notice it's going to take us somewhere completely different. Highly recommend looking up ancient cave randomizers if you haven't before. There we go. I'm gonna heal Rock. A little side life up. Nice. Awesome. So we've... Oh, okay. Interesting sound effects. We've gone through the bakery doors there. Only a turning pro like me is able to get a suntan on the palms of his hands. Weird. So here's an example. I'll go through the front door, the department store, and it takes me here to a totally random place. Instead of taking me into the department store, it takes me outside of the dinosaur museum. Funnily enough, it seems like a lot of the doors in Monotoli lead to other doors in Monotoli. So that's the reason why we haven't seen any of these rooms up to this point. Highly recommend playing this game, playing EarthBound in its entirety, beginning to end if you can. With the actual story intact rather than just like this. If you've never played it before, it's highly recommended. Just gotta explore every nook and cranny of this city. I always like the isometric look of this this town specifically. It's a different different viewpoint than most of the areas in the game. Oh, we've got ourselves a shop. Wow, platinum band. What does that replace? Let's try. Wow, nice. Yeah, let's do it. Duck as well. Yeah, that's worth it. And let's do some. Can we sell? No, can't sell anything to him. That's okay. Nice. these. Oh. Wow. Oh. Yeah. Heal me. Oh, okay, good. 7. Yikes. Lots of experience there. Those are powerful enemies. And a can of fruit juice. What does refreshing herb do? Poison nauseous. Cool. It's not going to do anything to heal rock, though. Yeah, what does Hand-Aid use on rock? Nope. I just wasted it. Bump. Yeah, let's equip this. Oh, you can't use it. Oh, that's because he's knocked out. Okay, that's silly. Okay, let's keep exploring. Just got to be thorough in this town. Good, rock is healed somehow. Nice, totally worth it. Yep, Peppy's gotta do it. And same thing for duck. Okay. We've gone through the department store, we've gone through... This will just take us back to another area in Monotoli. Yep. That's okay. We've also... It's okay, that's okay. Ooh, the brittle LP. This must be old shellac 78. Whoa, I don't want this. Oh, okay. Don't have any of those. Let's do this. Take the fire. I'm gonna do it. It's not a boss fight, but I want to get rid of this skinny salsa here. Yeah, totally. It's a 78. Earlier in the first level of this ancient cave run, we came across a Ramblin' EP, which was obviously a blues EP. Excuse me. Level 39. We've been through here. This will take us... Yep, to the department store. Just completing those loops. This person must be on total drugs. The bubblegum here is incredible. Whoa, man, you should see the size of the bubbles I can blow. Is this not a person? Is this a sign? No, just a sprite. Just gonna point out the percussion on this again. Excellent percussion. Just subtleties. That's good. Really good soundtrack. What did we find? What did we find? Combat yo-yo. Not sure if it is better than what we have. Could it be better than the trick yo-yo? Let's see. Yep. Nice. Oh, sorry. My apologies there. Let's walk into this calf. Oh no. Oh, triple vine sauced. Oh no, not good. This guy might take us out. We're doing okay. Yeah. Let's go into this calf. Nice. This is the first. There's 2 department stores in the game. It's the first one you've come across. Let's see what we can buy or sell. Definitely gotta sell some stuff. Let's see. Okay, sell. Magic hand. Wow. Only $1. Good old RPG moments when you're just doing inventory management. Oh, we did have Rust Promoter. We had Rust Promoter the whole time. That's funny. Hey, welcome to the stream. If you're just joining in, we're just at the department store, but we are on the 6th level of an 8-level ancient cave randomizer of EarthBound. Everything's random. All the items are random. Let's get rid of this thing. All the enemies are random. The sprites. It's fun. Oh, well, sell that one as well. Just selling all the unnecessary equipment, and we'll see what we can buy afterwards. I don't ever use the ruler or protractor. I'm not sure what they do, but you start with them. At least Jeff does. Holmes hat. I'll sell that. Yeah, I'm gonna say rabbit's foot as well. Yep, cool. Nice. Let's see what we got in the store. So we've got sudden gut spill. What does that do? I'm gonna get it. Guts are good. It gives you a high chance for smash attacks or crit attacks. Okay, let's keep going. Let's check out this shop. Teddy bear. Definitely getting one, for sure. Very useful to have. It will take attacks for us in battle. Our last one just got destroyed instantly. I got a couple double burgers. I'll get rock to hold them. Good healing items. Should do some healing here, actually, speaking of... Oh, I don't have any of that. Well, let's heal Peppy. And... rock. Oh, sorry. He's got to do it. Cool. Let's check out what we got. There's going to be a few levels at this department store, and there's another one we'll come across later. Yep, there we go. Always good to check the ATM in this game, because your dad in-game is always saving money for you. Nice, let's see what we got here. It's summer! No, it's not. Nothing there? Some enemies up here, interesting. Nice. Spoiled babble. Alright, let's take on these guys. Yes. This kid or this dog wants to be a programmer when he grows up. Buy from the plant. What do we got? Yeah, let's go through the door. Oh, that takes us to the the neon version of Monotoli. Okay. Good to know. This is all just information that we need to store as we explore. Which adds to the backtracking for later if we need to backtrack. Let's see. Nope. I got a couple of these. The bottle of water heals your psychic points. In fact, I'll get 4 because I'm going to use one right now on 3-up moon. Or 3-up, sorry. Yes. What? It only heals it by 1? That's crazy. Will it work on Peppy? Yeah, whoa, holy. Give those to Peppy. Not sure why they're working on him, but that's okay. Would you like to buy some seasonings? No. Okay, where's this take us? Oh. Also to the neon version of Monotoli. Interesting. It's 2 places we don't need to check, the Dinosaur Museum and the hospital once we get there. Yep. Look at that, in the time that we just withdrew money, which was not, like, it was probably a few seconds ago, we just got, just made another 1,000 in, just from walking around in the game. Let's save. This guy won't let me return stuff yet. Where does this take us? Oh, we got the jar of fly honey. We could take this on. Okay, that's a little mini boss. Nice. So everyone moves out of the way politely for you. Okay. I want to just thoroughly, before we take on the mini boss, I want to thoroughly explore this area. So we've been to the calf. Cough. This has all been explored. This has all been explored already. 7th floor. Oh, we're on the 7th floor. Interesting. Where's the hotel take you? Where we came from. That's how we got here. Okay. Now, where's this go? It's a skip cave. We're gonna entirely skip going there. Don't want to skip ahead. Not looking to beat any records or anything. Oh. It's Joel and Vinny from Vinesauce. Ah! Alright. Let's just make sure we fully explore what I'm totally here. And then I think what I'll do is I'll actually just head back to just before the Belch mini boss. But we are on the 7th of 8 levels of this Ancient Cave Randomizer. Yeah, you know, it's taken about 3 plus 2.5 plus almost another 3 hours, but total, but that's okay. Come on, you can do this. Take these guys out and stay alive. Whoa. Yes. Hopefully those status ailments don't last into the next battle. I don't think they do. Oh, just that one. Okay. Oh, I can... Peppy can do it. Peppy can do healing on Duck. Nice. Yep. Ready here. Just need to make absolute 100% sure that we didn't miss anything. Holy. Yipes. It's a lot of mushrooms. Nice. Perfect. Alright, we beat that. That's perfect. Let's just try to avoid these battles here. Oh, what's this go on? That's weird. Top Jubilant Roach. We took this guy already, didn't we? Yeah. I think we've explored every, except for that area, but I don't think you can get there this way. I'm pretty sure. Yep. No, you can't. have to get teleported there in a different way. Oh, yep. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the department store. We've explored everything that we can here, I think. Let's just go. No. We went south here too as well. Yeah. Yep. So we're gonna go back to that department store. I think it was the cafe. Yeah. Oh, not today. Thank you, ludicrous speed hack. Otherwise, I would not have been able to heal that quickly. We just got to find that cafe. It's the thing! The two green things. The Incredible Folk. There. I'm gonna also just quickly heal Rock. Wow, lots of enemies here. Hard to avoid. Robo-Brainiac and ill-mannered posts. Where's that cafe? There it is. Okay, so we're here. This is what we'll do. We know that if we went up a level from where we just were, we can go through a door on the left side that will take us outside of the Dinosaur Museum in the neon version of Monotoli, which I think is Foreside. I'm not sure what city that is, but it's the neon light up version, just like this. If we go through that door, it'll take us to the hospital. We need to explore that as our next form of progression on this, but I'm going to save. We'll have the option to pick one of those two spots. That's funny. The enemy just lets us pass by. Nope, maybe not. You just wanted to wait. Yes, there we go. So I'm actually gonna save right here. And let's withdraw what we've got. Might not be that much actually, but oh wow, whoa. Wish it worked like that in real life. If you want to support the channel, you can become a member of Patreon. You can become a supporter that way, or you can do one-time PayPal donation to 3upmoonget@gmail.com. Only if you can actually financially afford it. It would be much appreciated. We're going to do lots more content for you. Patreon patrons will actually get exclusive access to some exclusive merch. And yeah, it's going to be pretty sweet. There's going to be some bonus content in the future. The channel is just started yesterday, so I'm hoping to get a whole bunch of content for you, and I've got a lot of stuff planned. What I'm going to probably do is just save right here, and tomorrow in my Twitch schedule, you'll see that I have scheduled to play Mario Maker. We had some issues technically with it earlier today, so I'm going to probably just continue tomorrow's stream at 3 is going to be the continuation of this. We're just gonna continue with EarthBound and go from there. But other than that, if you enjoyed what you saw, share the link, follow me on twitch.tv/3up_moon, and have a great night. Thanks for joining.